Today's video was brought to you by Audible. What's up internet, Kevin here on TLD. Now today's video is a little bit different from our usual. We just want to take a moment to bring to your guys' attention a deal that's going on right now in which a lot of Xbox Ones are seeing price cuts at a lot of major retailers, including Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and Amazon, in which you can get the Titanfall bundle of the system for only $450. We wanted to cover real quick what's in this bundle and whether or not it's worth your purchase, and it's going to help us segue into a future vid we have planned in which we're going to update you guys on the status of the current gen console war. So to begin with, let's go ahead and check out this bundle. So this is the Xbox One Titanfall bundle. This isn't any kind of special limited edition design or anything, just a more affordable regular Xbox One with a game included right away. The box itself, as you can see, shows off a lot of the popular Titanfall art and displays the console itself. Inside is all the standard fare for an Xbox One. We've got the headset, the controller, an HDMI cable, power cable, the newer Kinect design, and of course the system itself featuring a 500GB hard drive like you'd normally get in the normal $500 price tag ones. Now of course what sets this one apart from a regular bundle is that amongst all these little loose pieces of paper and the Xbox Live trial, we have a download code for the full version of Titanfall. Now keep in mind guys, there's no disc involved at all in this, just a written and QR code that you can enter in your Xbox One, and then you just have to wait a good while to see 40GB of data downloaded and installed. Now it is worth noting that once again, while this is a bundle for the game Titanfall, there is nothing limited edition about the system itself. This is a regular Xbox One with a regular controller. There is a special limited edition controller that's been selling out like crazy, but this is not included in this bundle, it's completely sold separately. Now, of course, the big deal about this bundle is two things. First off, the fact that it does come with one of the most anticipated games for the Xbox One, and it is an exclusive to Microsoft systems at least. It's not on Sony or any Nintendo consoles, just on PC, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. And second, there's the fact that with this price drop, it's at a much more competitive level with the PS4. Now the PS4s have maintained their price point of $400, and while you do get a free game with PlayStation Plus, which does come with the system, we all know that at some point you're going to break down and go out and grab a game for it. Usually some kind of major exclusive like Infamous Second Son or Killzone Shadowfall, which really brings the total price to about $460 before taxes. Now the Xbox One on the other hand has remained steadily at $500, a whole $100 higher, presumably because of course it has the Kinect, which is that whole extra accessory and add-on. Well, with this bundle selling at a lot of retailers for $450 at the moment, it makes the argument between the two systems a lot more balanced because they're basically at the same price range. And that was one of the biggest arguments a lot of people had before, is that the PS4 was the much more affordable system. Now this one is flat out cheaper than just an Xbox One by itself, which is a really good thing. But one question a lot of people have to ask themselves is, of course, if the game included in the bundle is something they'll enjoy. Now those of you that have just been debating on when to get an Xbox One and you already wanted to get Titanfall, this is basically a no-brainer. But for those of you that have been debating between getting a PS4 or an Xbox One, well now this is something you really have to consider. Now I did already review the PC version of Titanfall on my other channel, Tech of Tomorrow, so we're just going to go ahead and give you guys the highlight reel of what I thought about the game. Titanfall is a fun, easy to pick up, fast-paced casual shooter. It does a great job of treading familiar territory, all while adding enough of its own twist to really help bring it to life and stand out amongst the competition. Despite the fact that the game is always capped out at 12 players, the inclusion of AI-controlled enemy minions, and of course the Titans themselves, rarely ever makes the map feel dead. Combat between pilots and Titans is surprisingly balanced. While a Titan can easily obliterate a pilot that's just running around in front of it, careful use of terrain, teamwork, or just getting that moment to run up and rodeo an enemy makes it no big deal for a pilot to handle an enemy Titan one-on-one. Now there's only 5 different match types to choose from, which just cover the major basics of a team-focused FPS. But with 16 maps to choose from, it doesn't get overly stale from feeling repetitive. Now in terms of downsides, the only major complaints I really have with the game are its bland story, fairly restrictive character customization options for loadouts, and the burn card mechanic, which just can wreak havoc on the game's sense of balance, sometimes giving players with the right stock of cards a ridiculous advantage should they choose to bring them all into one match. They're fun to use, and if you just want this to be a pick up and play casual thing, then it's really not going to bother you all that much. But those of you wanting a more consistent competitive feel may be asking yourselves why there isn't a mode where you can play with them turned off. Now those gripes aside, this game still accomplishes the simple goal of being straight up fun with robots. The one thing you have to keep in mind is that since this is an exclusively multiplayer only game, those of you getting it as part of the Xbox One bundle will have to use an Xbox Live membership to keep playing it. There is no single player campaign or offline mode, just online multiplayer. You do get a free month with the bundle, which is standard in most new console purchases, but after that you're gonna have to pay the monthly or yearly fee to keep multiplayer online access open for Titanfall and any other online games you want to play. So for those of you that were already leaning towards the Xbox One and are interested in Titanfall, now is the time to do it. And if you were still debating between a PS4 or an Xbox One, well, now you have all the more to argue about in your head. Now this discount is automatic at most major physical retailers like Walmart, Best Buy, and Target, but you can also get it on Amazon by using the checkout code XIAmazon, and we posted a link for that in the description. Now before I get out of here guys, I do want to take a quick moment to thank Audible for helping make today's video possible. Now I love to read, but I don't always have the time to get through as many books as I'd like, and to help rectify that, I've set a goal for myself to try and read 50 books this year, which basically breaks down to 1 book a week. Now personally, I just really love the feel of a physical book and turning pages, but like I said, I just don't always have time for that. And the chance to listen to an audiobook while I'm driving or exercising or just doing chores around the house is really handy. For instance, as a part of my goal to read 50 books, I really got into the fantasy author Brandon Sanderson. So I decided to check out one of his books that I don't already own, The Way of Kings, and I downloaded it and I listen to it whenever I get the chance, which makes my goal of 50 books all the more attainable. Now obviously not everyone's into fantasy authors, and with Audible that's not a problem, because they have over 100,000 different books to choose from, so no matter what genre you're into, they're bound to have something that interests you. Now if you want to give it a shot, Audible was awesome enough to give our fans who aren't already members a chance to get a free downloadable book. All you have to do is go to audible.com/today and sign up. So as always guys, thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to let us know by smashing that like button. And don't forget, if you want to get in on that price drop right now, we do have a link posted in the description. Now if you're not a subscriber yet, you should be, because we've got more stuff on the way, including a comprehensive update on the current status of the current gen console war. And don't forget, if you want to try and get that free audiobook, to go to audible.com/today. Until next time, I'm Kevin for TLD, and we'll see you later.